Salvete amici, Magister McKee here, with an advanced tip for Imperator Rome. We finance professors have hobbies, and one of mine is playing Imperator Rome. I'm creating a collection of advanced tips I've learned while playing this game, in case you want to have a study break, or play Crusader Kings in Imperator. This is the second of several videos that's going to be going over the Bloodline traits that the Invictus mod adds, current as of update 1.9. I'm going to cover what the bonus is and where to find them at game start to help you decide if pursuing these particular bloodlines are going to be useful or feasible for your playthrough. In this video, I'm going to cover the bloodlines present in Rome and her great rival, Carthage. Each of these countries has 3 bloodlines at game start, and there's a corresponding great family where every member is going to have this bloodline. So it's pretty easy to get them. I'll start with Rome. So first is the Claudi bloodline. And I need to get this guy. There we go. So the Claudi give 10% fort defense for governors and 10% omen power for rulers. Fort defense isn't that useful. It only adds a little bit of value. 10% omen power depends on how good your omen is from your deity, but it probably won't add a whole lot. I would say this is probably a below average bloodline. Now, this is Rome. Rome doesn't die unless you kill it yourself as a player, so there's typically not really a rush to pick this bloodline up before the country gets eaten. In fact, since the Rome families tend to intermarry, and if you wait, you can get all 3 bloodlines at once. So, low average. In fact, it's probably better to delay and wait to get this bloodline. Next one is the Corneli bloodline. Corneli family people have it. This one gives 5% offense for heavy infantry and 5% commerce for rulers. So, like typical for commander bonuses, if your culture uses heavy infantry, you would adjust in value. If it doesn't, you would adjust it down in value. Now, 5% commerce, that adds some money. It's always nice. So, decent value, depending on your culture. But again, better to delay because there's nothing super critical to get, and it's going to be there for as long as Rome survives. Last one is, here we go, Fabia. This gives 10% heavy infantry defense, and then an aggressive expansion decay of 0.02 for rulers. So as before, we would adjust commander bonus based on our culture's levies. The more heavy infantry we have, the better. The less heavy infantry, the worse. However, ruler bonus here. This is a great bonus. Reduces aggressive expansion. That's always nice to get. So this is, I'd say this is high value, above average quality. Although it is more efficient to wait, because if you wait to pick up the Fabii blood later, you can just add the Corneli and Claudi bonuses as well as the Fabii bonus, and you only have to do this bloodline acquisition once when you pick up all 3 at the same time. And again, Rome lasts a long time, so you're not usually in danger of losing it. Now, over to Carthage. Carthage also tends to last a long time. They also tend to intermarry, so delaying can be more efficient for them too. And so if you go to Hanoid, first one is Barca. So Blood of Barcas, you get a 10% War Elephant defense and 10% siege ability. So like usual, our commander bonus, that should be adjusted based on our culture's levy. So Punic culture has quite a bit of War Elephants, so it's quite useful for them. Other countries, potentially not. Siege bonus. If you're using sieges, this will save you a lot of time, because every round of the siege will happen several days faster, and if you're doing lots of rounds, it's going to add up. But that's if you're doing sieges. If you are assaulting, which is usually better than sieges, then this doesn't really benefit you at all. It really depends on how much sieging you're actually going to do. Now, occupying non-fort provinces also go a little bit faster with the siege ability. So overall, it's great if you do lots of sieges. If you're doing assaulting, which is in most cases superior to sieges, then it's not that great. So value kind of varies a lot depending on your playstyle. But again, it's efficient to delay because Carthage will last a while and intermarriages will happen. Next one is the Megonid. That's the Megonid family. So the Megonids, you get two things. You get 5% aggressive expansion reduction, and you get 5% war score reduction for your rulers. Aggressive expansion impact reduction is great. It's a great bonus. That alone makes this a good bloodline. War score reduction, also pretty good, pretty useful if you need to take extra land during a war. So high value, if only for this aggressive expansion reduction. And again, it can be more efficient to delay because then you can wait and get 3 for the price of 1. Last one, the Henoid bloodline. So this one gives you 3.2 Senate influence to a character. And then for ruler, it gives you plus 5% political influence. Now, if you are a monarchy or a tribal, this actually gives you bonuses too. You get centralization and legitimacy of plus 0.03 per month. It doesn't show up because Carthage is currently a republic. So you actually receive benefits, Senate influence, legitimacy, or centralization, regardless of your government type. Those benefits aren't that important. So you see, the ruler benefits are what you care about. 5% political influence, that's great. It's very rare to have a bonus to political influence, and to get it through a bloodline makes this really great bloodline to have. There's a rare penalty of 0.01 tyranny per month. It's not actually an issue. Tyranny is actually good. I have a video breaking that down. I'll link it in the video description. And so this is also a very high value bloodline, purely because of that political influence. So overall, Rome has one good one, the Fabi bloodline. Carthage has 2, Henoid and Megonid, that are both high value bloodlines. And then there's 2 and 1 bloodlines that are about average or below average, which are the other 3. Since both of these countries are quite powerful, that tend to have their bloodlines all mingled together through intermarriage, waiting doesn't risk losing anything, and it makes it more efficient because you can just grab 3 at the same time instead of grabbing 3 individually. If you found this video helpful for your study break, please comment, like, and/or subscribe so that others can find this video too. Happy not studying or playing Crusader Kings.